Hi guys, welcome to Big Win Wednesday. This is the second portion of Big Win Wednesday. The first portion we had Michelle Ronaldi, a three-time icon agent with eXp Realty, the icon of the year, I believe, in 2020 for in all of 88,000 agents. She was here teaching us how to sell condominiums and how to sell in a very small market area, a farming area of just 4 square miles on an island in Florida. Okay, this portion is eXp Explained. I have the pleasure of hosting you and also sharing the eXp Explained to our agents so you can learn how to show the program yourself, as well as guests. Hopefully we get some guests on the call here today, so you can have a really clear understanding at a 30,000 foot overview. But I'm going to get into some weeds as well about why this platform, why this real estate platform is revolutionizing this business and changing the way real estate agents do business, changing their compensation plan, giving them ownership, a retirement plan, a health insurance plan, all of that and so much more. So we're going to go for the next 57 minutes or about 55 minutes, and we'll take a quick break. And then we've got Chris Saunier. Chris Saunier runs a very large revenue share sales expansion team across the country, right? There he is, Chris. Thanks for showing your face, right? Showing your video. Chris comes on at the next half-hour slot, and he's going to pour into you and teach you how to take advantage of this program that I'm going to cover in the next part called Revenue Share. About 1 out of 20 agents here at eXp take it very seriously. Chris is one of those leaders who take it very seriously, and he's going to teach you how to build a revenue share organization in the thousands. And imagine, here's a teaser, imagine if you stick around all the way to the end, imagine every time an agent in his thousands of agents organization does a closing, Chris gets about 2% off of the top, approximately. That's called revenue share, right? So that's what we're doing. I am going to get started right now with eXp Explained and pour into you guys. So we've got some new faces on here. If you're new to the call and you weren't here in the previous session, would you do me a favor? Would you please type in the market that you are dialing in from on Zoom and how long you've been in the business, and also are you currently here at eXp Realty, or do you work for another brokerage? If you don't want to name the other brokerage, that's fine. Just say a different brokerage, and everyone's welcome. I just want to get an idea of the audience, of who the audience is, please. And, you know, Gloria and Chris and John, thank you for having your videos on. You know, I feed off of your energy, guys. I feed off of you. Imagine if I did the rest of this conversation looking like this. Would that go over well, and would you pay attention to me more if I continue to talk like this? Or would you rather this ugly mug coming at you and being more personable? So I appreciate Carolina turning it on quickly and then she turned it off, but that's okay. That's all right. So yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna be driving,
smile.
that's why. But it's good to see you.
It's good to see you, Carolina. All right. Right. I mean, imagine you guys are here for a reason, right? Now, if you're cooking and if you're with your kids and you're having a fight with your spouse, that's okay. I don't want to see your fights. Okay. I don't see your spouse screaming at you. Or if you're driving, I get it as well. All right. So just a little bit of humor tonight on a Wednesday. Dallas, Fort Worth. Thank you very much for dialing in there. All right. Hey, Han, nice to see you. All right. So let's get right to it. I'll tell you what. Do we have any guests, or if you're an agent and you have a guest on here, can you type in there's a guest on the call tonight? You don't even have to name the guest if they're operating incognito. I just want to know, is there a guest on the call tonight? So if there isn't any guest on the call and the rest of us are already with eXp, would you like me to, instead of showing you the program, which I would happy to, we could do it one way. A is I can just show you the program the way I show it to everybody when I'm recruiting them, when I'm attracting them, when I'm sharing the program, or I can take a different approach and share with you the slides, the same slides, but talk about the psychology behind how I deliver it. So do you want me to talk about the psychology of how I deliver something and the delivery? Or do you want me to just go right through it and just show the slides as if I'm showing it to a prospect?
Psychology.
Tom, I think the insider view, the psychology would be great given the audience.
The psychology would be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, all those in
And
favor?
John is saying that you're a psycho.
I am a freaking psycho. Thank you. So now, so because there's aren't any guests on the call, I love it. That means maybe I'll drop a few F-bombs here and there. But Jean Frederick, I was with Jean Frederick down in Orlando, and she goes, a leader does not drop any F-bombs. A leader never uses profanity. So I'm going to follow Gene because he's the #1 revenue share earner in the entire 88,000 agents. So if it's working for Gene, I'm not going to drop any F-bombs tonight. All right. All right, guys. So here's how it works. Oh, I have 2 guests here. Okay. Well, then I'm going to have to go. Then I get to share the entire program. Thank you for sharing that, because that's very important that I need to know who's on the call. Okay. All right, guys. Well, welcome, guests. Welcome to our metaverse. Okay, tonight for the next 50 minutes or less, I'm going to go through our eXp platform. Okay, this applies to eXp Commercial. It applies to eXp Realty as well as eXp Global. This is the platform where agents across the globe can meet and learn from one another, as well as sell a boatload of houses and keep a boatload of money, and then we're going to get into owning the company as well. Okay, so here's my experience after 17 years in the business. Okay, you know, a little bit about my history, not to bore you, but just to give you an idea. I was in the insurance business for 13 years. From right out of college, I gave my life to an insurance organization, publicly traded, and I climbed the corporate ladder, helping the shareholders make a lot of money, helping my boss and his boss and his boss's boss make a lot of money and build generational wealth for their families. I was working and working and working, and yeah, I did financially well, and I did have money, but what I did not have in the old career was personal freedom. I could not, if I wanted to take 5 weeks vacation or 6 weeks vacation, I did not have the vacation time. After 13 years in the old insurance brokerage, the maximum I could have is 4 weeks vacation. And I like to take vacations. For those who know me, I probably vacation 8 weeks, 10 weeks out of the year now. And I had to find a different way. Okay. So I left that and I found the real estate industry. I've been in the real estate now for about going on 18 years. And after 18 years of running my own brokerage, 4 offices, 120 agents here in the greater Boston area, I sold that brokerage to a national firm back in 2014. And then I went off and I worked for that same brokerage for the next 3.5 years. And then about 5 years ago, I saw the program that I'm going to share with you tonight. Okay. And since then, all these years of doing real estate, I find that in 2023, the agents want this. Real estate professionals want leads. They want training. They want tools. They want support. They want to make money, a lot of it. They want to have a fair compensation plan. And at some point in their career, they want to keep it all, meaning they're going to hang their own shingle. They're going to open up their own brokerage. They're going to leave one brokerage and go to another because they're giving them a better split. And eventually, they're going to try to want to build a team so they can leverage the team members to cover their open houses, cover their showings, and have some sense of normality and have a life of both personal freedom and financial freedom. And of course, what agent doesn't want to join the right company that fits them? Okay, so I'm going to dive deep into these 5 things. Can everyone see my screen? I just want to double check here. Can everyone see my screen? It says you are out of business if you don't have a prospect. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you very much. All right. So we're going to start with number one, leads. Is it fair to say, guys, that if you're in the real estate business or any sales business for that matter, and you don't have a prospect right now for you to call on, or tomorrow morning when business hours happens again, if you don't have a prospect to call, you're out of business. You don't know it. But according to the National Association of Realtors, they say around 400,000, give or take, maybe up to $500,000 of licensed real estate agents are going to drop out of the business in the next couple of years because of the downturn in the real estate cycle, right? We know that's happening. You know what? For me, that's music to my ears. Why? Because here at eXp, we have the ability to use this platform called KV Core. And KV Core is a consumer relationship management database that helps you capture leads, generate leads, drip on the leads using artificial intelligence. Michelle Rinaldi and I were just talking the last session about how we love KV Core because it works for us while we are sleeping. So what is KV Core? Well, you can buy it right off of the shelf, folks. You can go to Google right now, and if you're not part of eXp and it's not a good fit for you, and I understand if it isn't, it's not a good fit for everybody, but if it's not a good fit for you, the one thing I would leave you with is if you don't have enough leads and you don't have enough business to deal with right now, to work with right now, then I highly suggest on the residential side, you go out and you invest in KV Core right now. It's going to cost you about $1,000 to get started and $500 per month thereafter. It's about $7,000 investment. At eXp Realty, we give it to our agents for free. It's part of a monthly platform technology fee of $85, but it's free. So what is it? Well, it's a consumer relationship management database tied in and gives you a website that's $1 million looking website, as well as $1 million lead generation website that works for you, generating exclusive leads just to you, not to your broker, not to a team leader, to you if you learn how to do this thing. And then allows you to have a consumer relationship management database to upload all of the contacts you have on your Android and your iPhone and your Google and your Gmail and your Yahoo addresses, upload it all there. And then it helps you, and then it teaches you, and we teach you how to sort those leads so that you can set them on drip campaigns, email campaigns, text campaigns, and over time, the artificial intelligence kicks in and it helps you generate and capture leads for yourself. Here's what I say. If you invested an hour a day for 3 straight weeks generating leads the way we teach you to generate leads and then execute, it's about 15 to 20 minutes to learn a new skill set that KV Core will teach you, or we will teach you, or both. And then take the next 40 minutes executing, posting ads, getting it out to social media, texting things out, setting people up on drip campaigns for this neighborhood and that neighborhood, and comparative market analysis and market reports and this, that, and the other. After 3 weeks, you will have more leads than you can handle. No one has ever called me a liar. And if they did, that's not because I'm lying, it's because they didn't put in the time to learn how to leverage this system the way I have, the way Michelle Rinaldi has, who is our icon agent, to generate more business than we can actually handle. And then when you have that, you have the ability to build a sales organization and give leads to your sales organization and help them sell more houses, help them get leads because they don't know how to generate lead themselves, and get a 25% referral fee, 50% referral fee. For one of my agents, I asked for 75% referral fee and they earn 25%. Why? Because I got the goods. I got the goods, meaning I get the warm leads, the hot leads. For our commercial agent, we also have a lead generation system, a CRM for you, okay? It's called Build Out, it's called Reonomy. We've got access to Agent Hub and so on and so forth for our commercial deals as well, for our commercial folks as well. If we have any commercial agents on the call right now, do me a favor and shout out that you're a commercial agent or put it in the chat. Okay. We might not have any commercial agents. I'm not going to spend so much time on that. So I just covered leads, right? CRM called KV Core, called leads. At eXp, we give it to our agents. It's all part of your technology package of $85 a month, and you will generate more leads than you can handle. There's a lot to go into that, but I don't have time on a short call tonight. to go through the details. Or if we finish early, I can log into my KV Core and show you live what that looks like, okay? Next thing that agents need is they need training, right? Without training, how are you going to succeed? Even for the rock star agents, how do you get training? Well, training starts with this. We have this thing called eXp World, okay? We call it our metaverse. Prior to Facebook talking about meta and the metaverse, and prior to COVID-19, a lot of people didn't really believe that real estate can be done virtually. Real estate can be done from the comforts of your own home, like this woman is sitting here behind her computer. Okay, it wasn't until COVID 2.5 years ago where the world had to figure out. Actually, has it been 3 years now? Right, where the world had to figure out, boy, I better get on this this Zoom call thing here. I better learn how to work remotely, or else I'm gonna get my lunch handed to me, right? But at eXp, we've been doing since 2009, going on 14 years now. We've been working in the metaverse, and this is how we get the training. And you know what? We didn't create a cloud-based company that leverages the technologies of today, right? Glenn Sanford, our founder, basically says, hey, if Netflix can deliver entertainment value in the cloud and cut out all of the expenses or a lot of the bricks and mortar expenses and still deliver something of value to the consumer, and if Amazon can do the same, well, why can't a real estate brokerage do that as well? And that's why Glenn created eXp Realty. Back then, he teamed up with this company called Virbela, which is our metaverse today. In 2018, we bought this company. Our shareholders, all of us are shareholders. We actually bought this company. And it's the same platform that we use to train, to coach, to motivate, to gather, to give and get leads, so on and so forth. It's the same platform that all these other organizations use to run their metaverses as well, okay? So what is it? It's a cloud campus environment. It allows you to work from anywhere you have Wi-Fi and a computer, or even your smartphone. You can jump into our cloud campus. It's open 24/7 in 24 countries, okay? And because we have this cloud-based metaverse, right, we don't have any expensive leases. And because we don't have expensive leases and all that overhead that we are able to save, we take that money and we save it and we invest it back to our agent population by giving them KV Core lead generation systems for free, basically, and giving them the training and the support and everything that they need to sell a lot of houses. In addition to that part of our training platform, in addition to Virbela or eXp World, we also have this thing called Workplace. Workplace is an easy to use, it's a collaborative platform. It's just like Facebook, but it's built for work, okay? Inside our Workplace, you have all these different groups. The groups are broken down by states, by niches, like luxury, like commercial, like rentals, specific neighborhoods, the power girls, the farm and the farming community, whatever it might be. This is where our agents can go in and basically find niches and learn from others around the country or around the world about everything that they need to learn about that little niche, that little market share, that little farming area that they are focused on. Okay, and we have live training in Workplace. We have past recorded videos that you can tap into the archives and grab that information. All right, and get access to it so that our agents have more training and more tools than they need. Right? I don't think there's anything that any questions you might have that can't be answered by any one of our 88,000 agents in the eXp world. Okay. In addition to this platform that we have called Virbela in the eXp world, we also give every agent access to the Regus shared office space. Okay, there's 3,000 locations across the world, in your local neighborhood, in the state, nationally in the US. When I went to Paris and Greece and Spain, I had the opportunity to pop into one of these bricks and mortar, shared office spaces, to hop on a Zoom call, to hop into eXp World, to meet with my team while I was vacationing. And it's a professional environment, and I didn't miss a beat. Sometimes when I go to a new city and I'm working with my team, or I have a new client who wants to meet me in a bricks and mortar office, I open up my cell phone, I open up the Regis app, and I type in the city they want to meet me at, and I take a screenshot of the 5 locations, or like in Boston, 15 locations, or in Los Angeles, like 40 locations. And I says, hey, these are 40 of my offices in the greater Los Angeles area. Tell me which one is closest to you, and I'll meet you in my office. How cool is that? So there's a misconception that we're just a cloud-based brokerage. It is wrong. We're a cloud-based, compounded or doubled up with a shared office space. Okay. Third thing that agents need after leads, after support, is training. How about 80 hours of live classroom training in our eXp World per week? Per week, folks. Okay. What kind of training? Well, you can go in there and learn how to if you're a rookie, learn scripting. We have a 14 fast start program for rookies to get through and understand everything that eXp has to offer. Okay. If you want to focus on just lead generation or social media, or you want to learn about the latest and greatest technology tools, or if you want to learn, like from Michelle Ronaldi, our previous Icon agent in the hour before, about how to master farming a small market of just 4 miles to crush $20 million in sales volume, or about 39 transactions is what she averages every year. She'll teach you her trade secrets as well. One of the coolest things I like about our live training, folks, is that you are getting taught and trained by the folks who are on the ground doing it right here, right now. It's not some trainer that we hired who's going to teach you about scripting or door knocking or farming or sending out marketing materials, who last did it a decade ago or 2 decades ago, and then they're just training you on old material. No, our trainers are basically on the ground doing it right here, right now. And here's a really important thing. Because we're one brokerage under the sun, because we all have a stake in the company, meaning when we are productive in the company, we are rewarded shares. We actually share our trade secrets with one another. You see, I'm on this call from Boston. I'm teaching people in Los Angeles, in California, in New York, in Hawaii. I'll teach you my trade secrets. Why? Because you're not competing with me in my local Boston market. And even if you were here in the Boston market, I want you to succeed. Why? Because the more houses you sell, the more the company dollar comes in, and it helps my stock value go up. And it helps me put more signs in the front yard, so I get better recognition for our company, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, if you can't tap into 80 hours of live training on a metaverse in the cloud, 7 days a week, then you can also tap into our recorded sessions, all right, online. Okay. For those who want to get into commercial, guess what? We also have eXp Commercial Academy, where new agents learn the basic fundamentals, enough to be dangerous, but even beyond that, with coaching and mentoring, so that they can build a successful commercial real estate career. For our residential agents, we also have a coaching program, a mentoring program, where our mentors help you with the first 3 transactions, so you don't fall flat on your face and you don't look silly, not knowing what forms to use, how to write up an offer, how to execute a purchase and sales agreement, what to do next to get it to closing, so on and so forth. So even if you're brand new here, you're not going to be left out to dry and fail, right? We have the platform, we have a system to help you succeed at a very high level. Okay. That's the support piece. How about 1,900 agents, 1,900 support staff on our payroll, from state brokers to transaction coordinators to marketing, advertising, the legal team, God forbid you need them, okay? All there in our cloud campus, 11 hours a day in most markets to support you. Okay. And if you're working for different brokerage, think about this. How many support staff do they have to support you right now? How long do you have to wait between sending an email and hoping someone replies to your email, or if you drive to the office and you hope that the person is going to be in the office to help answer your question. What if they took a what if you forgot to call first and they took a vacation? Or what if they went to lunch? Or what if they called in sick that day? You drove all the way to the office and now you're going to drive all the way home after you leave them a yellow sticky note or send them an email. And it might take them 14 hours, 24 hours to get back to you. At eXp, I promise you, if you go into our cloud campus and you ask for help, the longest I've waited is about 10 minutes. And then I get my questions answered immediately. Okay, whatever my question might be. And oh, by the way, for our transaction management, we have a system called SkySlope where we help you, where we organize your paperwork. Our transaction management team is on call 24/7. So there's no waiting to get your paperwork done. Okay. We are now open in 24 countries, folks. 24 countries. What does that mean to you? Well, it means that you can benefit from a powerful referral network. This is the type of support you get, right? How many times have I heard agents say, hey, Tom, I've got a buyer lead in Portugal and not with the eXp, by the way, and they go to their broker and they, hey, I've got a buyer in Portugal. Who do you have? And more times than not, it's crickets. We don't have, we own a little local franchise here in Boston or Los Angeles or Dallas, Texas, right? We have a little region area, but we don't have contacts. We don't have agents in Portugal or Germany or Poland or Israel or Dubai or New Zealand. Well, guess what? At eXp, we have agents in all 24 countries and growing. So you can get a referral, and we don't need a referral company to take 35% off top of our commissions and then leave you and me to split 65%, right? Because we are one brokerage under the sun, we don't have a referral company. Now, we do have a referral company. I lied. For those who want to get leads, we do have access to a referral company. Get certified as a referral agent, and we'll send you leads from Revenos, is our program. And yes, they do take a 35% split because you're asking for a referral lead from them. Okay. Another thing I love about our platform is that we share best practices among our peers, not just here in the United States where I live. Okay. But someone could come up with something brilliant from Poland and they would go in the cloud and they teach. And you can extract something that's working in Poland or Italy and take it here to your backyard. Okay. I love that. And also, if you're looking to build a sales organization, Gloria Seppin is on this call. She has organization, I believe, in Spain, in Brazil, in Puerto Rico, maybe even Mexico. And she has the ability from the comfort of her home in New York to run a national sales organization, right? I have a sales organization in 37 states and now 6 countries across the world, where every time my agents or our agents sell a house, I get about 2% off of the top. We'll cover that in the last piece. Okay. I'm a CFO by training. Okay. So when it comes to platforms to track everything, we have this thing called eXp Enterprise. I'm probably in and out of eXp Enterprise 2-3 times a day. It allows me to log in remotely from my cell phone, from my desktop, to track my sales volume. How close am I from going from 80% commission to 100% commission and capping? How close am I to hitting icon? If I'm running a sales organization, I can see how each agent is doing. Are they closing deals or are they not closing deals? Who do I need to congratulate and who do I need to pick up the phone or text them and say, hey, what help do you need from me? How can I help you? Because I can see you're not doing so well. I might not tell them that you're not doing so well, but I know they're not doing so well. So I'm going to give them some special love to make sure I ask them what they need so I can help them. Okay. So if you're a data freak like me or you're a control freak like me, you're going to love eXp Enterprise. It's also the same place where you track your stock ownership. You can access your health plan. You can access marketing materials and training materials and all that, all real time. Okay, I love eXp Enterprise. SkySlope, I talked about that earlier. That's our transaction management system. It's basically an online filing cabinet made very easy with high grade security. So you can invite every party to the transaction into SkySlope and only give them access from a security perspective to the forms that they have access to. when we figured out SkySlope, how to use that, I love it. Sometimes I'm the listing agent and the buyer agents might be a little bit inexperienced and they forgot to get a copy of the deposit check. They forgot to get a copy of the purchase and sales agreement and the closing contract and the HUD and the CD or the HUD statement, this, that, and the other. And they text me and they call me and they ask me, hey, Tom, could you do me a favor? My broker didn't train me to take copies and I don't have it and I need it for my paper, for my file to get paid. All I do is I send them a link to the SkySlope file with the right security grade, and then they log in and they grab whatever information they need. Another thing that we love about SkySlope is during tax season, right? We're approaching tax season right now, April 15th. Inside SkySlope, we can go in and pull up all of the closing disclosure statements for the closings for 2022. One fell swoop, click all of them and send them off to the 35 closings that we had last year and remind them, hey, you might need this for filing your taxes. Boy, isn't that a great tool to get back to your spheres of influence, to get back to the clients that you did a deal with all year long, to help them with their taxes. I love that. And there's so much more that we can use with SkySlope. Marketing and branding. Man, how about having access, once you join the platform, to 5,000 pieces of marketing materials, all that you can co-brand or customize for yourself. Just listed cards, just sold cards, listing presentations for buyer presentations, luxury presentations, commercial presentations, all of it, all there for you to download, customize, and send off by email, by PDF, all for free. You can even text it out, okay? And if you wanted to go back to the paper stuff and print it, you can use our online printing companies, 3 or 4 of them. They compete for your business, so they give you the best prices. Print, organize it, edit it, and then hit print, and then pay for it at a fraction of the cost, and it'll ship it to you. And you can get it all out, okay? So right there, a lot of agents, guys, a lot of agents come on to the business, or even seasoned agents don't have a killer listing presentation, don't have a killer buyer presentation. Well, at eXp, you can steal, I like to call it R&D, do some R&D, rip off and duplicate somebody else's successful presentation as if they were your own. All right, let's get into the money. At eXp, we have no desk fees, no royalties, no franchise fees, okay? What that means is we put more money back in your pocket. Our commission split for agents who've done 3 or more transactions over the past 12 months since they joined us is a straight 80% commission. Again, no franchise fees, like 6% or 8% off at the top. I have some friends who work in great brokerages, great franchises, good names, but they say their split is 70-30. And then I remind them, you know what, don't you have an 8% royalty fee or 6% royalty fee? So if you have a 6% royalty fee and 70-30, you're really only at 64%. And at eXp, because you're seasoned and you close more than 3 transactions over the past 12 months, you start at 80%. And when you're at 80% commission, we deduct just 2 fees, a $25 broker review fee and a $40 risk management fee, otherwise known as errors and omissions. When your 20% equals $16,000 on the residential side, you cap. What does that mean? That means you sell about $80,000 in gross commission income. Okay, 20% of that is $16,000. You then graduate from 80% to 100% for the rest of that calendar year. Excuse me, anniversary year, not calendar year. At 100%, we deduct just $250 capped transaction fee. We do that for another 20 transactions, and then it gets reduced one more time to $75 per transaction. Now, a key thing happens after you cap, go to 100% commission, close another 20 transactions, and you hit a sales award called the Icon Agent. That's Michelle Ronaldi. She was on the call earlier today training us. If you are an Icon Agent, you close another 20 transactions after you hit 100%, we'll give you the entire $16,000 that you paid into the company back in company stock. Isn't that incredible? Our icons are like our lost leaders, and that's okay with us because we want them to be extremely happy and be tied to us forever and come back into the cloud campus and train us like she did earlier, okay? The standard cost to start is just $149 on the residential side. It's absolutely incredible. And that includes the first month $85 technology fee, support fee, university fee, SkySlope, KV Core, Regis, and a whole boatload of other tools and training and support that you get. That's it. Your monthly investment after the initial investment of $149 is just $85. And like I said earlier, leads comes with the lead generation program, KV Core comes with that. And I say, stress one more time, if you leverage KV Core, included in $85 a month, to generate leads the way we teach you to generate leads, in 21 days, you will have more leads than you can handle. Then the rest of 2023 is going to be a good year for you while every other agent quits the business, or at least 400,000 to 500,000 agents quit the business. This is your time, folks, to capture massive market share leveraging this platform, okay? And all of the training that we do. For our commercial folks, with the value proposition is this, same thing, no franchise fees, no royalty fees, 80-20 split. When your 20% equals $20,000, you then cap and you go to 100%. For our commercial folks, that means you're going to sell $100,000 in gross revenues or gross commission income. 20% of that is $20,000. After that, you graduate to 100% for the rest of the anniversary year. To get started, it's $250. Thereafter, it's $250. And during your and for every transaction that you close, you keep 80% minus $250 broker review fee and $100 E&O. That's it. We probably have the most competitive compensation plan on planet Earth for both residential and commercial agents. Okay, part of a compensation plan is we give you equity. You know, most brokerages might be able to compete on the split. Yeah, you might find some brokerages that gives you 90% split. There might be 100% shops out there, and you pay $500 transaction fee per transaction with no support, no training, no tools to speak of, blah, blah, blah. But here at eXp, guess what? We give you stock. 5 ways to get stock. How do we do it? Well, first, we're publicly traded on the NASDAQ. Tuesday evening, a whole bunch of us were on Wall Street, ringing the bell on Wall Street. I'll show you a picture of that with me there a couple of years ago, okay? We're traded on the NASDAQ. The ticker symbol is EXPI. How do you get stock? Well, here's the first 3 ways. When you close your first transaction each and every year, whether you're on the residential side or the commercial side, you get $200 worth of stock. So if the stock is trading at $10 a share, that means we just granted you 20 shares for free as a thank you for being productive in our company. And that happens each and every year you are with us. When you cap on the residential side, that's $16,000. On the commercial side, that's $20,000 that you paid into the company as part of your 20%. We give you another $400 worth of stock each and every year. And here's the cool thing, the third way to get stock. I'm on this call tonight. I'm not a paid staffer. I'm not a paid employee. I'm a licensed real estate agent just like you. Okay, I don't get paid to do this presentation, but here's how they reward me. When I share this program with someone and they join and they name me as your sponsor, okay, and they close a transaction, they get the $200 worth of stock and the company rewards me with $400 worth of stock. And there's no limit on how many agents I can share this business with, or I want to share this business with, okay? Whoever invited you to the call tonight, that's your sponsor, not me, okay? So whoever invited you, that's your sponsor. Get back to them or turn on your mic later on today and ask us the toughest questions. But once you join, if you decide to join and you name them as their sponsor, you close a transaction, they get paid stock. How cool is that? The Icon agent, I hit upon that earlier. Once you cap on the residential side, close another 20 transactions and we'll give you your entire $16,000 that comes back to you in stock vested over a 3-year period. We can get into the details if anyone wants me to take a deeper dive after this presentation. The 5th way to get stock is my favorite because everybody can participate, okay? For every closing that you close, you actually have the ability to tuck away 5%. It's optional, and buy the company stock at a 10% discount. Remember, we're one brokerage under the sun. We don't have franchise fees of 6%, 7%, 8%. So you save that right away. For me, I encourage all of you, if you're going to start, instead of spending the extra 6, 7, 8% on franchise fees and royalty fees, you saved it with eXp. Well, keep it all if you want, or I suggest sign up for the agent equity program. And on every closing, you are disciplining yourself to tuck away 5% to buy this stock at a 10% discount. If we have enough time at the end and someone wants me to open up my stock dashboard through Morgan Stanley, I'll show you live what my stock portfolio is worth by hitting some of these metrics here, 4 of these metrics, okay? Last but not least, doesn't most agents want to join the best company so it's right for them? So what makes a great company? What makes a great brokerage? Well, I said it earlier, right? What agents want in 2023 are leads. We covered that with KV Core. Training, 80 hours of live training from the best of the best in the world, around the world. Support, 1,900 agents around 1,900 staffers working around the clock to support you and me, okay? Making money. We gave you an amazing compensation plan, an extremely aggressive compensation plan for the rock stars who can get it all back on the residential side. By now, you're like, oh my God, I got it. What else can you provide? Well, how about healthcare? Does your brokerage, does your platform right now have healthcare? The only people I know in this industry outside of eXp who have healthcare in the real estate brokerage world are the broker owners, the franchise owners, maybe the office team leader who are on salary, who are paid to recruit you, who are paid to train you. You see here at eXp, we don't have any paid recruiters. We don't have any paid trainers for all intensive purposes. Yet we still give you eXp healthcare, agent healthcare. Take a screenshot of this if you like, expagenthealthcare.com. Here's what I can tell you. My family and I of 4 were paying over $2,000 a year. I mean a month, $2,022 a month to be exact. 3 years ago, they launched eXp Agent Healthcare. We enrolled. They gave us 3 options. We picked the Cadillac of the options, and we reduced our monthly expenses from over $2,000 to just a little bit over $1,000. We save $1,000 a month or $12,000 a year. And all of our 4 primary care physicians were a network. Our deductibles were the same, if not lower. Our coverages were the same, if not higher. It is absolutely incredible. When the rest of the real estate world, according to the National Association of Realtors, says that about 1/3 of us real estate realtors are uninsured in any given year, eXp gives our agents the ability, 100% of our agents, to get insurance at a fraction of the cost. I have agents who leave their brokerage just for the healthcare. I have broker owner friends of mine who set their ego aside, join eXp simply because they're doing the right thing for their agents, because they can't provide affordable healthcare to the agents, and they roll the whole brokerage in just to provide healthcare, along with all the good things that we talked about. Okay, so that's why eXp has been named the Power Broker of the Year by Riz Media in 2022. And by now, I am 45 minutes into my presentation. I've got 15 minutes left. Most agents will say, hey, when Tom slows down and he doesn't talk so fast and I have some time to digest and ask my questions and ask the people who invited me here and verify the leads, the compensation, the training, the support, the stock ownership, the healthcare, most agents will say, shoot, that's unbeatable. That's unbelievable. Where do I join? It's a simple join application right there, join.exprealty.com. Takes you about 10 minutes to complete the application. Another 10-minute video by our founder, Glenn Sanford, who will welcome you to the organization, so on and so forth. And we'll help you. They'll help you. Your sponsor will help you get that independent contractor agreement signed, get your license transferred. We'll help you all along the way to do that. Okay. But guess what? There's more. What do you mean there's more? Well, because we're agent-owned, agents growing. The group of us, we're in New York City, in NASDAQ, Tuesday night, ringing the bell again, okay? There's me having that opportunity a few years ago, all right? And why do we do this? Because we're agent-owned, agent-grown, agent success obsessed. When you help us build the company, because it's our company, you get rewarded. This final piece called revenue share. What is revenue share? Well, before I get into the details, this is an earnings disclaimer. because we're publicly traded, I have to show this and I want to show it. It's not a get rich quick scheme. I believe in hard work and smart work and adding massive value to your lives, right? I believe in serving others, right? But just because I'm successful doesn't mean that you are going to be successful. Someone has the mic. Someone has the mic open. Sam, can you please mute somebody for me, please? Thank you. All right. Unless you have a question, feel free to open up your mic. Otherwise, if you're not, please mute your mic for us. Everyone else on the call would appreciate it. All right. Just because I'm successful doesn't mean you're going to be as successful. But just because I've reached this level of success doesn't mean you can't bypass me and grow faster than me. And we would be very happy if you did that. Okay. Here's what we can promise you. We're here to assist you along the way and share with us and share with you our greatest strategies, our secrets on how to grow fast, how to set yourself free. Okay, so here's how a revenue share works. Remember, the split was 80-20, 80 to you, the agent, and 20% to the company. Well, because we're cloud-based, just like Netflix and Amazon and Uber and Lyft and Airbnb, we don't need the full 20% to operate at a very profitable margins. Gun Sanford says we only need about half. So each and every month, we have the ability to take half of the 20% and pay it back to you, the agent, who helps to introduce other agents to the company and they become productive. Okay, it goes 7 tiers. And by the way, we didn't create this 7 tier. We actually stole it from our Keller Williams friends, but Glenn did it based on revenue share, which is paying off of the top line, where Keller Williams pays off of the bottom line, which is profit share. So this is sort of a complicated chart, but I'm going to make it a little bit simpler for you. How does it work? Okay, so let's say this is you, and you invited Johnny to see this program on today's call, right? We got a couple of guests on the call today who invited you. They're in yellow and you're in white, okay? Or let's say once you join, let's do it better. You join after tonight, and next week we do Big Win Wednesday again. You invite them to this call. Another presenter will be here to show the same program in their own words. And then you are already with eXp and you invite Johnny. And Johnny comes in, and the following month, he sells a $600,000 home at 2.5% commission. The gross commission income revenues is 15 grand. Guess what? The company will pay you up to 3.5% of the $15,000. And they took it from the company dollar. Remember, they took it from the 20%, not from Johnny's 80%. And they'll send you a check directly deposited into your bank account the following month of up to $525. You're going to keep getting paid this revenue share from the company dollar up until the point where Johnny caps. If Johnny is a residential agent, he will cap at $80,000. So 3.5% of 80,000 is 2,800. If Johnny's a commercial agent, Johnny will cap at $100,000, and 3.5% of $100,000 is up to $3,500 per month. Each and every year that Johnny caps, you get paid around $3,000 per agent per year. Okay, very important to stress one more time that revenue share is paid by the company dollars, not and does not reduce the agent Johnny's 80% commission. Because even though eXp takes in 20% split, it only needs 10% to operate profitably, and it takes the other 10% to pay out revenue share to the agent grown builders. Okay, here's another example. This is how you tap into the second tier of revenue share. We have 7 tiers. I'm just going to cover 2 tiers for you. Once you are able to build a sales organization or a referral organization of agents among 24 countries, they don't even have to be in your local market. When you bring in 5 and they are productive, meaning they close at least 1 transaction every 6 months or so, you then are qualifying to get tier 2 revenue share of up to 4% per year. Okay, so in this scenario, you brought in Johnny, and Johnny brought in Susie. Susie is your tier 2, Johnny's tier 1. Susie sells a $600,000 house, earns $15,000 gross commission income. The company will actually pay you up to 4% of the $15,000, which is $600 directly deposited into your bank account. Susie gets that other $525, the 3.5% that we talked about, and you're going to get paid up to $3,200 on level 2 because that's 4% of 80,000, or 4,000 if it's a commercial agent because that's 4% of $100,000. I hope I didn't confuse you guys too much, but that's how revenue share works on 2 tiers. So here's the proven plan to achieve up to $94,000 a year in residual income, or $7,300, $7,800 per month in revenue share. When you go out and you share this program with agents who's selling approximately $3 million in sales volume, they generate about $80,000 in gross commission income. We'll pay you basically $2,800 per agent per year. If you found 5, that means in addition to you closing residential homes and commercial homes and luxury homes, that's different kind of money. That's earned income. That's selling income, commissions, right? This is revenue share income, referral income. You bring in 5 agents, they close, they cap. We'll pay you up to $2,800 per agent per year. Times 5 is 14,000. And then we rinse and repeat because everything we do is replicatable. See, I'm on this call today sharing the program with you. All you have to do is invite 5 people to the call next week, and 5 weeks to the next week, and 5 weeks after that. Okay. And then guess what? They join. And next up is Chris Saunier. Chris Saunier is going to teach you how to get those 5 agents to find 5 each. So when you help 5 agents find 5 each, you've got 25 agents in your tier 2 now. Let's say that took you the 2nd year to do it. And if they all capped and they sold about $3 million in sales volume, guess what? That's 25 times $3,200. That's $80,000 a year. Why I add tier 1 and tier 2 together, there's your $94,000 a year, and you didn't have to sell a house. You just got referral income to the tune of about 2% per closing per agent for every agent, all the way from tier 1 through tier 7. Would that change your life, folks? I did that, by the way, in 1 year. Right here, I did this, and I still sold about 36 homes a year, $15 million in sales volume. I invested 2 hours a day sharing this program with agents. And after a year, at least 5 joined, and I helped those 5 bring in 5 each. Okay. If I can do it, you can do it. And guess what? We have agents today who's doing it even faster, a lot faster, because eXp is the place to be. Okay. One more example, and then we're done. How about in the next 2 to 5 years, make this your plan? Invest about 2 hours a day having conversations, inviting them to calls like this, or you show them the program. Okay. And in the first 2 years, you find just 10 agents. That's 5 agents a year. That's 1 every 2 or more months who cap. And when you find 10 who cap, we'll pay you up to $28,000 a year. And then you help those 10 find 10 each. I think Daniel Eng is on the call here. I've helped Daniel bring in more than 140 agents in his organization. Totally doable. Okay. So when you help 10 bring in 10 each, that's 100 on your tier 2. You get paid up to $3,200. They all have to cap, by the way. That's the caveat. If they don't sell anything, you get nothing. If they sell half cap, if they're half cappers and they're only selling about $1.6 million, then you only get half of this money. You got it? If they only sell a quarter of a capping, which is 20,000 on the residential side or 25,000 on 25 on the commercial side, then you only get a quarter of this number. Okay. A lot of agents tell me, hey, Tom, I brought in 110 agents, but I don't have $348,000. Well, that's because they didn't all cap, right? So hopefully this example shows you that if you brought in capping agents, you'll get up to $348,000 per year or $29,000 a month. Ladies and gentlemen, I did this in 3 years. I'm on my 5th year and we're blowing right through this. That is the end of my presentation. I have 4 minutes left for Q&A before Chris Saunier comes up. Who's got questions or testimonials, please?
Hey, Tom, I can give you a testimonial.
Yes, please. Go ahead, Chris.
So this company has changed my life in ways I can't even probably accurately describe. You know, when I switched from a successful corporate America career to I was an investor, and things were tough that first couple of years. We didn't have money saved up to make that transition, and my back was against the wall. I just wanted to make sure we saved our house and all that, which we did. But along comes eXp, and I thought, like, this could be a fast track to being able to, you know, just I was working on building a rental portfolio and some seller financing and all that for real estate. And the thing is that I was limited on capital and I was limited on scalability. And houses don't go get other houses, but agents do. So I thought, it's kind of like synthetic real estate investing. And it's changed my life.
I love it. Well, thank you for that testimonial, Chris. Anyone else?
Seeing that I've been asked to unmute myself by the moderator, how are you guys? So guys, for those who know me, my name is Dick Lee. My wife and I, Pauline, have been with the company now. I think we're about to enter our 5th year with this organization. And like Chris, hello, Chris, long time no see. Hope all is well. We're having a lot of fun. We're on track for the 500 agents really soon. We just broke 425. Personally sponsored. Today we hit personally sponsored over 30, and that number keeps on growing because the model kind of grows by itself. We're here, we're having a lot of fun. My team is broken up into an international platform where we have several of my family here, my familia with Gloria and Pablo. All right, Felix is on here, even though he's camera shy. We're growing the Dominican team. We're growing in Barcelona. Also, we're growing locally here in Boston and locally down in Tampa as well too. So just came fresh from a trip from Florida, from Tampa. We onboarded a new agent there. And fresh from Miami, but it's an absolute platform. Even if you chose never to attract an agent to build your revenue share organization, it is a platform where you can sell a lot of houses very quickly as long as you plug into what Thomas said earlier with the KV core system, with Revenos, with relocation and REO. It is just a tremendous platform for you to sell more houses. The relocation platform, folks, once you get certified on it, I am certified, you can set your parameters for where your radius is. So I've already gotten 3 referrals from that platform alone here in Boston. Unfortunately, they didn't follow my recommendation for my radius, and it was outside of. I wasn't going to go more than 25 miles away from my house, which is still too far. This one. Tom will know, and the Massachusetts folks will know. They sent me a referral way out in Springfield, and just way out of my comfort zone. I wasn't going to. I politely be a company guy, and I declined it to give it to somebody else out there. That's why I didn't want to take that and not properly service it. Yeah. So.
Awesome. Thank you for the testimonial, Dick. Love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you're a new agent here, make sure when you join, or if you're with eXp already, you don't have enough business, well, get licensed, get certified and become a referral agent. Remember, they'll still take some money off of the top because they did the work to get you the referral, right? Or use KV Core to generate your own leads. If you notice, I just spotlight everyone who has the camera on. Why not, right? I'm going to reward those who are here with us, right? There you go. New thing this year for 2023.
Awesome. I'm brand new to eXp, so I don't have any great testimonials yet, but working on it. I have a couple of people who joined under me, which is great. So, starting to spread the word. So, yeah.
So Carlin, one more testimonial, then we're going to hand it over to Chris to do revenue share, a quick start. Carlin, we've met. You're up in the Hudson Valley area, right?
Yeah.
Share with the folks here who might be checking out eXp. How has your experience been so far? Less than a month into eXp?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we have a really good team. It's not a team, it's a group of people who know each other, and we all join pretty much around the same time. One starts, and then, other people hear the good news, and then they join as well. So it's the kind of thing that you like, once you join and you see what the benefits are, and it's easy to kind of like evangelize it, share it. It's like spreading the word. So it's just a really cool thing, and we're really happy. We're really excited about it, and it's just fun, and we get so much support and support each other. So that's really the key. It's like we're here for each other. I think the brokerage I was at, it was a really good team of people there, and quite a few came over, and we're very excited about getting new people in so we can keep sharing and growing and creating a positive vibe in the area that we are. So I love it. It's great.
I love it. All right, Carl. Well, thanks for that testimonial.